So today, we're talking about Chandler. Chandler is a Spirit Affinity Skinwalker rare champion that is a support for your team. Can he help your content? I definitely think he can. This champion is a champion worth holding on to, worth keeping. He can definitely help progress you through some stuff. If not simply faction wars, I do think he can work in dungeons as well. He can be a potential substitute or second string for Apothecary speed. We'll find out in just a minute why I'm thinking that. We're going to talk about his kit, gameplay, then where I've got him built, how I've got him built, and then some mastery potentials, mastery possibilities for your Chandler. Let's get into it. His A1 attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction debuff for one turn. Heal reduction is a skill that is often overlooked by a lot of players out there. A lot of the content creators and player base don't value heal reduction that I think they should. Heal reduction prevents the enemy from healing, right? So in specific niches and content of the game, so the Spirit Keep, for example, that boss heals himself 50% of his HP every single turn. You put a heal reduction on there, that negates the heal. Yes, this is a small version, so it's only a 50% reduction. So for example, that Spirit Keep boss, instead of doing 50% HP, only does 25%. Every little bit helps. Additionally, heal reduction against the bosses in the faction wars is extremely valuable. A lot of those bosses can heal themselves back up, and you want to negate that heal as much as you possibly can. His A2 attacks one enemy. Again, it's a single target skill. I got it. But still, listen to this. Has a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn. Book it out. It's a 75% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. From a rare, 75% chance to stun somebody. That's a 3 in 4 chance. Only 1 in 4 you're actually going to miss. This is a reliable skill that's going to land frequently on a champion that you pick in the arena or in the faction wars or in the dungeons, wherever you take him. This skill is going to help control the enemies so that you can do what you need to do to them. This last skill, this A3, this is why I say he potentially could be your replacement or your second string alternative for Apothecary until you can pull him or even go alongside him. Places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. And is on a 4-turn cooldown when booked out. This is exactly the same skill that Apothecary has. Everybody relishes Apothecary for his speed buffs, his turn meter increase. That combined with this heal, I got it. But it's also only on a 3-turn cooldown when booked out. Chandler, same speed, same turn meter, just a 4-turn cooldown. And instead of bringing heal to the team, he brings a heal reduction and a stun to the team. Put them together, they can work out pretty well. They can work out as be a pretty good combination together. Because if you put Apothecary in him, for example, with the masteries from the support side, that gives you the chance to increase your turn meter when your buffs expire or removed. It's nice because when they cast this skill, when they cast that speed buff on each other and across the team and replace each other's buffs out, yes, you're kind of double dipping, double stacking a little bit, but when you replace them, that counts towards that mastery. That counts towards that skill for the increased chance of getting a turn meter boost. They help perpetuate the cycle. They help keep each other moving. His aura increases ally resist in faction keeps by 30. Not horrible, not the best in the game. I got it. But again, you're probably using this guy in the faction keeps. So that just might be a valuable and beneficial aura for you. So let's get into Ice Golem. We're doing Ice Golem 10, not very high. We want to show you just what he can do right now. He's only 4-star 40. He's paired with 3 other 4-star 40s and 160. That 160 is going to do a lot of the carrying in this dungeon run when it comes down to it. But if you look at the team composition, this is 5 supports running through this right now. 5 supports making this happen, and there's the speed and turn meter boost. That AoE right there, that came from Chaplain. Chaplain is a force affinity on the far right over there. She's a damage dealing healer. I just did a guide on her. I'll put a card up there. You can check that out. I've been sleeping on her. I'm going to take her to 60 because she's got some value to her. But we're talking about Chandler right now. He's on the far left, just by my face right here. He's that Spirit Affinity. Spirit Affinity, rare champion. Sorry about that, you guys. Got distracted for some reason. He's got, like I said, he's got a nice little, decent little support kit. He can bring that heal reduction sometimes, and he can bring that stun. Let's see when he comes back around to the stun, what's going to happen with him. If he's going to stun someone. He's not landing that heal reduction. That heal reduction, it's not a high percent chance. What was like a 35% chance? Not entirely too high, but that's okay. The biggest reason why I want you to think about him and consider him for your team is that one right there. That speed buff and turn meter increase. It is a replacement. It's just like Apothecary. But everybody leans towards Apothecary, and nobody talks about Chandler. Nobody talks about this guy, and I don't know why. He's got the exact same skill as Apothecary. He also brings additional and different utility to the table for your teams. Utility that can be beneficial, that can help your teams. Right there, there's a stun on the heal reduction add-on. We all know how annoying that heal reduction is when that add-on places it on our champions, right? Because that heal reduction, our champions often die, if they're going to die, because we can't heal them back up. They can't heal themselves back up because of heal reduction. And Chandler has it on his A1. He can put it on the enemy team. He can put it on the enemy champions to keep them from healing and keeping themselves alive, to allow you to actually finish the job off. He did the speed again. This guy, he's got the value there. He can definitely help get you through your content. He can definitely help you get through your faction wars or even your dungeons. This is only Ice Golem 10. I got it. There's 10 other stages higher than him. I got it. Look, he just placed that heal reduction. Yes, Ice Golem, it does not heal itself. I got it. But it's still cool to see him place those buffs. That low chance. But he can get you through the Ice Golem. He can get you to other dungeons as well. Like I said, an Apothecary replacement or substitute. If you don't have Apothecary, I do think Apothecary is still better than Chandler because Apothecary's got that heal. I like healers. I like supports. If you can't tell, this entire team is supports. I'm working through guides for all the supports in the game. I want to try to figure out just what support is the best support. The top 5 supports. We're working on that playlist right now. So we're putting that together. Not just supports, but healers in general. All right, we're almost done with this right now. Once this Ice Golem is down, we're going to jump into the way I've got Chandler built so that you can see the way I've got him working, what he's going on with him, and where I think you should put your priority in his stats, depending on where you want to take him in the game and what you actually want to do for him in your content. All right, now, the way I've got him built and why I've built him the way I have. So, Chandler, I've got him in a reflex set and a speed set. I wanted some speed on him and I wanted some accuracy on him as well. I don't have him booked out, so I used the reflex set that I've actually got kind of laying around. I've done a ton of Ice Golem. I've done Ice Golem turns. I can usually place in the top 3 or top 5, if not first, on almost any Ice Golem that I choose to actually compete in. And so as a result, I have a lot of reflex gear. Figured I might as well put it to use. That reflex gear, it works, it procs. Go back and check that gameplay. You will see that there are some decreased turn meters on Chandler as he takes his turn. A 30% chance to reduce the turn meter of a random skill. That reflex set is a valuable set that I think is undervalued and underrated. But his stats, this is what I've got him in. I got him in 17,000 HP, 800 attack, 973 defense. I'm not having him there for his damage output. I want him there to sustain and to use his auras and to place his stun. That's why I have him on my teams. That's why I would have him in my content. So that 17,000 HP and that just basically 1,000 defense is for the sustainability, the durability. Yes, it's not that 4,000 or 5,000 defense that you will see on some other champions and other videos. I got it. Or that 100,000 HP. I got it. This is only level 40, 4-star. He's not 66-star. He's got a lot of room for growth, a lot of room for potential, and you want him to survive. You want him to be the support, not the damage dealer for your team. His speed is at 162. Not horrible, could be better. 200 speed would be pretty darn good for this champion. Crit rate is 30%. Like, again, I don't want him to do damage. And his crit damage is 65%. He's not there intended to be the DPS. So I don't have him built to be the DPS. His resistance is 78, which isn't too bad. And his accuracy is 151. 200 accuracy and 100 resistance would be more ideal where you'd want him. Because, again, he is the support for your team. He is there to bring utility to your champions and utility to your composition, to speed them up, aura on the speed, turn meter increase, a stun, and a heal reduction. He has got the utility, so you need him to stay alive, and you need him to take his turns. So you need him to land his debuffs. So accuracy, speed, and durability is what you need to focus on. Don't focus on the damage for this guy, because he's not there to be your damage dealer. He's got 3 skills. 2 of them are only 2 of them are offense, and they only have single target hits on them. Don't focus on damage for him. My opinion. Tell me what you do for him if you do him. So his masteries. What I would say for masteries for him, you can see, I have not taken him to the scrolls. I'm not taking the Minotaur in any way, shape, or fashion. He has 0, 0, 0. If and when I decide to build him and scroll him out, I would definitely build him in the support. I want to focus and focus on the accuracy, and I want to focus on the buff duration extension. So lasting gifts here. I want the chance for his buffs to last longer. I also want the opportunity for his heal reduction to have a better chance of landing, possibly. I also would love to actually probably go down the defense tree, all the way down here to the T6, Fearsome Presence, so that stun has another 5% chance to land. An 80% chance to land a stun on a single target skill from a rare with a 3-turn cooldown is valuable. Valuable. So I would do defense and I would do support for him. Focus on the accuracy, focus on getting to the lasting gifts, and also grab the rapid response so I have the chance to increase my turn meter when his buffs expire. It's only 5 buffs because of his speed. I got it. But if you pair him with another speed buffing champion like Apothecary, it will replace his buffs and have a chance for him to get that turn meter increase as well. You're going down the tree anyways. Might as well grab it when it gets down to the bottom, when you're going by, so you can go down to the bottom. Additionally, I would stack him with Cycle of Magic, the 5% chance to have a cooldown. Decrease the cooldown on a random skill as well, especially paired with Reflex. Believe it or not, this 5% chance actually procs. You would think it would never happen, but it does. I've got it on other champions. I've got it on my Seeker, and it happens. Don't underestimate that. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining me through the video all the way through. I greatly appreciate your support. If you got value from this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, join the mission to create the most comprehensive library of champion guides that the Raid Shadow Legends community has ever seen and will ever seen, because that's what we're going to do together. I'll see you in the next video.